I want to say Happy New Year. Hope everybody had a great holiday. We also have expanded to Newark and to Elizabeth, so you can go to newarkcitizen.com, elizabethcitizen.com, and we're looking to be about 2-3 others by the summertime. So we're growing, but of course, again, we need the citizens to help us out. So if you're interested, if you're looking to get I understand sometimes you don't want to be out there in front, but if there's things you want to get out to the community, just email us at info@therosellecitizen.com. Let us know. Maybe there's some things, the events going on, stuff you want to put out there. And we'll be happy to talk to you. We're looking for citizens just to be involved in their community.
Well, if you got a tip. You want us to investigate.
Well,
let us know.
We're not looking. There's not no CSI or anything else. But what we're asking for is, since we have a so-called new administration now.
Why can't Why can't it be like CSI?
It's not CSI. So we just want involvement with the community citizens and our public officials. This forum is open to our public officials also.
You think we can have Mayor on this one?
And we can have Mayor Holly. Listen, if he wants to, he's always welcome. But let's again, before we get into it, make sure you patronize your local businesses. With everything else going on, we kind of overlooked that, and I know a lot of us, our money was spent outside of the borough for the holidays. So let's try to bring it back and.
Yeah, do a lot of changes.
A lot of changes. So
do that.
So as of today, we got a new mayor, Mr. Holly, Jamel Holly. Congratulations again. And like the question I always ask everybody, and matter of fact, it's a poll up on the website. Is this new mayor? Is there going to be a change with this new mayor? I've always said, again, the mayor really doesn't have, and you speak best on this though, but the mayor really doesn't have that much of a power here in Roselle. Most of what they do is officiate over the public meetings, over the council meetings. They have no vote. So again, we've been seeing the same faces up there, and they've been in place for a few years now. So, all I kept hearing is now we have this new administration, so things are supposed to change. And my question is, why did we wait till a new administration to make changes? Why haven't those changes been made already?
Well, first of all, I do think it's going to be changed with this mayor. I think, anytime you get new leadership in office, that everyone has their way of doing things, and I think this mayor too is going to have his way of doing things. I also believe, to be honest with you, that although the position of mayor doesn't have power because you can't really vote, this mayor will have power because of the fact that he has a team that support him on that council, and he has 5 out of 6. And so I think that this is actually a mayor that really, that you would actually be able to pinpoint to say he's actually leading. The problem when Garrett was mayor was he actually wasn't leading because the council was running everything. And so although he took the blame for stuff, he wasn't really pushing the agenda. And so there's no one else to blame now.
Right. Well, I mean,
Garrett's gone.
Listen, you can
all the power. Jamil will be responsible.
Yeah. Well, as you know, as we've talked, even with council members, they were going back to, when the days of Adrian Mapp, when we were asking them questions about the finance and all that stuff. So again, now we're going to be running the same thing.
Well, they're going to run. They support us going to run it at least for a minute because that's just an excuse when you don't make change like you're supposed to. But the reality is like you said, this group has had a head start because they've really been in charge for the last 2 years. So this group really has had a head start. So I think that Garrett's out the way. It removes all doubt on who's really running this city and who actually has been running for the last 2 years. And so you're going to see change because people going to start recognizing they're going to be held accountable
for their
actions.
Right. But let me ask you this: when we talk about leadership, which I believe Jamel is a good leader.
Yeah.
But the question is, where are we being led? And that's the whole thing. Because I've never understood. Well, but this is the thing. I never could get a grasp on what his leadership was, what his platform was. I know there's a big thing about redevelopment, but we saw a little inkling of what redevelopment meant to him about putting in a restaurant, here in place of City Hall. So the question is, even though you are a good leader, where are you leading us to? And that's a question I still don't know. Now, if you can answer that, I mean, definitely would like to know about that.
I don't see. I can't see. Let me say this to you. I don't know. The deal is that to me, the township took faith in Jamel. He has some good qualities about him, and then there's some things that I have issues with about him. But we don't really know because I'm gonna say it again. None of them have really put out a platform when they was running about what they're gonna really do. You know what I'm saying? They've said certain things, lower taxes, develop all of that, but there was really never really during the campaign a real debate and explanation about what those plans is. So I don't know, right? I mean, you know what I'm saying? But he has to produce because he has everything under his control at this point. So, you know what I'm saying? The deal is, I'm not going to say that his intentions aren't bad for Roselle. That kid is born and raised in this town. And so I'm sure his intentions is good, you know what I'm saying, for the best for Roselle. So let's see. He's in office. You have to give him an opportunity to run his program.
True, but
I want his program to be successful.
But we all do.
Yeah.
But again, do we then give him a pass from the past 2 years? Because the past.
No, we've complained about the past.
And that's where I'm trying to go. Yeah. Do we now say
we're going to continue to complain if he does something we don't like? But that does not mean that we are against what he's trying to do.
No, not at all.
Right. So I don't want to confuse the two because I'm and this is something that I'm always talking to them about is that you can agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? The bottom line is he has been running. We haven't given him a pass, and we won't give him a pass in the future. None of them will give a pass. Probably eased a little bit, but none of them we really give a pass. To me, our job with this forum is to inform people. Whether they like what we're informing them about or not, right. We have an opportunity, a job to do it. And if Jamil does something that we disagree with or we don't think was properly vetted out, I'm sure both of us are going to come up on this show and we'll talk about it. But that don't mean that we don't want him to be successful, and it doesn't mean that, we are opposed to
if he's successful,
I just want to make sure, right, I just want to make sure that whatever his agenda is, he get on the ground and start running. If he was trying to hold things back because Garrett was there and he wanted, okay, all of that's a done deal. You know what I'm saying? All of that's a done deal now. Now everything is on you. And I want to see what you can do. You're gonna have your opportunity.
So
you're gonna have your opportunity.
We also saw that there was a little, I call it musical chairs going on up on the dais because now since Mayor Holly had left his seat open, they had appointed Miss Christine Danzero.
Yeah.
And now
it was funny to see the names that came up for that.
And they voted in Yves Alberg as council president. Let's talk a little bit about Ms. Danzero.
Yeah.
Now she's council at large.
Yeah.
Now, to everyone, that means that she's representing all the wards,
right.
Not just the 5th ward where she is, all the wards. And that means now she has to really meet and greet or get to know those wards, which I don't know. If she has done that in the past, I don't know what her relationship is, but I can tell you this, in my ward, is that I've never seen her or she had any concerns with that. And that's just me. I've been here about 8-9 years now, and I just know. So what is your feeling? How you take it that, because she's got to run too, correct?
She's got to run.
Yeah, she's got to run.
So let me say this here. I think that Danzero plays that game well. And that she won't have a problem with meeting and greeting folks. You know what I'm saying? The problem with Danzero is that she's full of hypocrisy. You know what I'm saying?
No,
it's not that she can't meet and greet people and talk to them and give her. The problem that I have with Christine is that she's full of hypocrisy, and but like as I said and both of us know this. At the end of the day, she's still once again like Jamel. If you call her, she responds. Right. If you talk to her, she's there. You know what I'm saying? Rather you agree or disagree with her, she at least engages you in the conversation. So, listen, once again, she has responsibility.
Now, do you think she has, I don't know personally who's going to be running against her in the 5th Ward. I mean, for council at large. For council at large. I knew of somebody who was supposed to be running against her.
But I can't, Mark.
But he can't.
I can't.
And I can respect that, but don't take me down that road again.
So I can't. Unfortunately, I have some things that is coming up in Essex County that I got to complete, and so
now
I can't. And in my union, by the way, my job. So,
but do you think she has?
Focus on that.
Do you think that Ms. Dandrell has a? I mean, she has a shot, of course, to win the election, but
I think she got a better shot when folks like me say I'm not running. Not to say I was gonna beat her, but I'm just saying you can best believe that's a big relief off of her shoulders because even if I won, I would definitely brought some issues. She would have really thought about whether she was gonna win or lose.
And one of the claims
would be running, but
one of her claims to fame is the Westbrook Flood Project, which.
Well, that's not, it ain't she won't have to bring it up now because what I'm saying, I'm not running, so she don't have to use that as a crutch anymore. Dandrell just let them get the permits if they're gonna get them done. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. You don't have to make that promises no more. I think O'Halloran might run against her.
That's what I heard. I heard that O'Halloran might be running. Listen, but you switching
O'Halloran, Dandrell. It's really gonna be that big of a difference. Listen. I think that, they've been successful. They got a super majority on the council. They got a team. Let's see if they work as a team. There's no more excuses. Garrett is out the way. It is a clear path. Now, the residents have a clear path to see who's responsible and who has been responsible for this town for the last 2 years and moving forward. And so, I'm saying give them opportunity. But I'm also saying, you got to hold them accountable and make sure that they do the job. And if things aren't changing, then we need to come back. Elections is held every 3 years.
Right.
Every year. But each seat is up. It's a 3-year term. So, just because I'm not going to run this time, doesn't mean that, 2012 just happened to be a presidential election. There's a lot going on. But that don't mean that I won't go out there, you know what I'm saying, the next time around and run. And if she won, it's an unexpired term, so she only got 2 years left.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? That, don't think I won't do that. I mean,
listen, everybody
came up that way.
It goes. We also saw, at the, the other night was that Eves is now council president, which is a good thing.
Yeah,
we like Eves. Yeah. We like Eves. Congratulations. With
not because we agree with everything Eves say, just because he's real.
Eves is real with us. Which is good. Randy Sandiford.
Yeah, he seems like he's gonna be all right too.
Yeah. Well,
he might even have an independent streak in him.
You know
what I'm saying? I think Randy will probably question. Then more than anybody else up on the I actually believe Randy will question.
I hope, and this is one of the things too. I mean, unfortunately, that night was a lonely night for Councilwoman Turner.
Yeah, it's sad too.
It was a lonely night for her. Out of I don't know how many committees, 30 committees, 20 committees, whatever it was, Ms. Turner sits on one.
And see, that's when that's when the whole New Day thing to me. Right. It was really a new day. You have to. Include Sylvia's on the council, whether you're going to run against her or not. I mean, it's just a blatant disrespect when people see that that's just so openly, it's so openly biased. Right. When people see that all these committees, she's only on one, and you got people on triple and quadruple, committees that they enter. And I
don't understand that. I do understand what they're doing, but some of them sit on like 6 or 7 committees.
That's what I said. It's just so openly that you know what they did. I'm like, I know the average person didn't pay attention to it because most of those folks wasn't living in this town that was in there.
Right.
But we junkies, so we pay attention to that. And I'm telling you, it's sad that all those committees called the office. Sylvia only got one.
Well, Sylvia, and
then say that you talking about it's a new day. I think that if we starting off that way, then it's not going to be a new day. I do understand that Sylvia questions, but you still have to. You got to be the bigger person than that, and you have to still show that you working with her. Just because she questions doesn't mean she should only get one committee. Just because she challenges,
but this is the thing too.
You should want that on your boards, man.
This is one of the things too, and I hope this changes. And one of the things they would get on Ms. Turnish about was the fact that she does question everything. And I respect her for it because
me too.
Out of all the times I've sat there in that chamber at those council meetings, Ms. Turnish was the only one that questioned the bill list.
Yeah.
Now and it wasn't questioning the bill list to say, to just bring up something. It was some actual stuff that was wrong. And not one council person would point that out or find that mistake. They would all just approve the bill list and go on with it. So I really like that about Ms. Turner. When she's really looking at the bill, she's really knows to let everybody know where's our money going, who they're paying, and everything else. So I hope that continues. I hope.
She by herself, brother. Listen, them pointing at the one committee shows you how she's going to be treated on that council. You already know. They already, something like. But that's not a new day to me.
No, it's not a new day.
A new day means that we embrace everybody, no matter what side they on. That Jamil and them got to try to reach out to Miss Carter, Miss Hubbard, and Maria, and all of them to try to find out how it is that because you're not going to appease them, and I don't disagree with you that they're going to. Complain about issues, but to me, you still have to find out how do you reach out to them and and try to make their complaints as less as possible. You know what I'm saying? But if it's gonna be this one, I'm with this, I'm cool with this one, I'm not, and that's the type of leadership. Then it'll work for a minute, but it ain't gonna work in the long run. Because eventually you're gonna be, the more enemies you make, the more people you put against you. And you might not think, Kat, you start putting a lot. That's what's going on with Corey and Norm.
Well, let's keep Newark for the Newark Citizen. Okay? But,
I know, I'm just telling you.
How come it always comes back to the Newark?
Because that's what's going on, man.
Yeah, listen, goodness. But the other thing is that TV 34.
Yeah.
Now,
did it start?
I don't have Comcast.
Oh,
so let me just explain something real quick. TV 34 has been offline for what, over a year?
Yeah.
Maybe over a year, something like that. So there's been
how long we been having Citizen?
Oh yeah.
How long? Because it was actually all before we started this.
Yeah. And
that's why we started.
So TV 34 has not been active, going on nothing. Now we were told by at the time Councilman Holly that it was to be up in November. Now, which it hasn't been. TV 34 is something that I know this community is missing.
A lot of people.
And yes, we're waiting for it because we want to bring the show on to TV 34. Listen. But the one thing I want to bring up is that this whole thing was done. There was an investigation done on why. Trying to find out who didn't pay the bill to TV 34, and that's been going on for about a year. Every time I ask them, I always get a somebody doesn't know, or they're saying it's still in attorney hands, or talk to Hudak or something like that. And we're paying for this lawyer to find out who didn't pay this bill over 2 years. Now this is something, of course, they blamed on Holly. So I just want everybody to understand that we have a situation here that, please, I hope that TV 34 isn't about us, but it has to come back up. Yeah. And this is something they haven't brought. And for some reason, I actually think they don't want to.
I think they're going to want to now. For some reason.
It could be the...
I think it's going to be up very soon.
Yeah, but and this is something that has to happen. Yeah. It needs to happen quickly. The citizens of Roselle need to call and find out what is going on here. Because we're missing out.
Trust me when I tell you, brother, it's about to go up very well. I won't be surprised if it's working next meeting. I'm telling you right now, I think it's about to go up very soon.
Well, I sure hope it does, because guess when it goes up, I'm going to be right there to petition to be on TV.
I think it's going to go up very soon. So,
but so those are one of the things I hope change.
But they ain't giving us no show. Oh, that's what I'm trying to do. We go to Comcast to get that, or do we got to come to? Because I thought we went to the cable company. I didn't know we scheduled.
Well, they're going to come up and write the laws and come up with ordinances and all this other stuff for that. So we have to.
You go to the cable company,
right? But this is not Newark again. We're not in Newark, Rock. You keep bringing up Newark.
Yeah, because I'm just understanding how the different rules with the cable company.
So anyway, we'll find. Well, you know us. We're definitely gonna find that out. We'll let you know what's going on. And that's another thing. So TV 34 is a public access channel.
Yeah.
So that's something. If you need to call your council person, call Dave Brown, call your mayor, and stuff like that, and hopefully they can answer those questions for you, because I haven't gotten any answers. So hopefully more pressure that you put on them will get something going here.
So what do you think about the way Garrett left?
The way he left?
Yeah.
How did he leave?
I mean, listen,
I think he should have been there.
Yeah,
I think.
But they don't respect him. Well, and they should. I think
he's still. Listen, just like we said, Jamel. We like him, and sometimes we dislike him. But I can go, and if I see the brother, I'll definitely shake his hand. I'll give him the respect, because he is mayor. And that's the way it should be. No matter what.
And it should have been he mentioned that Garrett.
Garrett was still 2 years mayor for Roselle. Yeah. And his picture's going to hang up there right next to the rest of them. So you still got to give the man respect for him even coming and having that type of accomplishment. So anyway, but I wish he was. I wish he did show up. I wish that somebody did acknowledge him as a past mayor, stepping down, because there are a lot of things he did good, and there's some things that he did wrong. So, and this is going to go on with this current administration, same thing too. So,
I think they should.
But something should have been said. Everybody else will. They come at us. Oh, you need to respect them. Let them know it. But they get on us about that. But meanwhile, they don't. On the other hand, don't do. Listen.
But that's where, if that partisan divide continue in this town, then the fabric of this town is going to always. And listen, there might be some people that want that to continue. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So but listen, I'm trying to give goodwill to them for the year. Letting them know we're going to speak our mind, but still goodwill. Hope they're successful. I really wish they would have gave Garrett goodwill. Yeah.
Well, we would like to just give Garrett. We hope that everything works out for him. Listen, we still gonna be boys. We're still gonna be tight together. And please, you're paying tax. You pay taxes.
Yeah, don't fall off the face of earth.
So sit there. Come in the chambers too, and sit there right next. And start now. You're on that side of the mic. Now you can question everything that goes on.
Yeah, now you can speak when we speak.
You can sit right next to Cynthia, and So, but we hope that goes well with them. But
so, what do you think about Sylvia's race coming up?
She's gonna have a big challenge ahead of her.
Yeah,
Sylvia's gonna have a big challenge, and it's not. I just think that a lot of things she should have been doing that she hasn't been doing. I know she's now, has opened her business, and I believe that's going well, and congratulations for that. But she's still a council person. I think she should have been out. There's some things that happened in her ward that she wasn't there for. I think she has to now play catch up. And I think they're going to come after her. They're going to come after her. I mean, and they're going to want her.
I don't think they're going to come out with the. I think they're going to run against her. I don't think
they'll run after. But
I don't think they're going to make no big issues about, because they got 5 on the council now. I don't even think it's even going to. Bro, I'm telling you, Sylvia's going to just be really there. Well,
Sylvia to them is like a thorn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can still live with a thorn, but you still want to get it out as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So, and I understand, them wanting to make that whole council up their whole, So, and I think we need somebody like Sylvia up there.
I do too.
I sure hope that she does her just dues and trying to, and I hope that the council at least will learn from her on how to really look, keep an eye on what's going on. Stop. Because the next person voted yes, you got to vote yes.
Well,
and that's what
I'm telling you, the only one I can see filling some of them shoes, probably looking at a little closer, that will have the possibility is Randy to me.
Yeah. Well,
because Randy has no connections to this county. You know what I'm saying? None at all.
Yeah, but is that a good thing, or is is his? I know he resides here, but he's in Jersey City,
right.
So.
But his career is different, so his career affords him a little independence. Yeah. So, it's not, the deal is, I'm not saying he won't be a team player, but I'm saying he has the potential to actually be able to question more things, you know what I'm saying, than some of the other ones up on there, because some folks up there ain't saying nothing. Yeah. And they ain't going to say that they're going in the year not saying nothing, and they ain't going to say nothing. And now that the voices have been silenced even more, Sylvia's the only one up there, that thing going to go through so quick you're not going to be able to really, you know what I'm saying, know what's going on. But, I do believe, though, that Randy has the opportunity, to really be the watchdog on that council. He can actually, if he wanted to, look at things in a different manner and say, listen, if it's wrong, I'm not going with it. Yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying? And I think if he did that, it will probably play well.
Well, and one of the things too is I don't know Randy. I don't know Randy. I mean, we've met Randy. We've interviewed Randy, and from what I know, he's a respectful guy. Yeah. He's a nice guy. Happy birthday to his mother. His mother had a birthday.
He's a family guy.
But she 85 or something like that?
Yeah, yeah.
So, and he loves his family.
He loves his family, man. He's a family like me. I'm a family people, family. Yeah, kid, dude, you. That's, you know what I'm saying? Guys that's like big on their families is going to always be good people.
Yeah, so, and we also, because one of the things, the reason I want to say it, because I would like to get Randy back up here so everybody can really get to know who he is. So, we're going to give you a call and give us a call and stuff like that. So, but besides that, I hope, man, I'm serious. Listen, those tax bills and
we can only hope for the best.
Yeah. So, hopefully, man, Holly, the rest of you up there, hopefully that you'll at least take some of what we said, because what we say is what other people are saying. So I hope you listen to that and can give us a call, sit down with us, anything you got to say.
We'll be around. We ain't going away.
Yeah, we'll be here. And also I hope that your office, because I saw that the new locks that went on that we paid for. Yeah, a little scan. I hope you're as accessible as Garrett was, because there was a time when you could just knock on the door and come in and speak your piece and talk to him if he was available. So I hope those little glowing red locks that are up there doesn't mean stay away and stay out. Again. I want to say Happy New Year to everybody.
Well, I've always had access to Jamil, so I hope I hope it continues that way.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I've always had
for
access.
The rest of us,
well, and listen, and because somebody asked me that, said, well, he meant, listen, I hope that Jamil, the same service that he gives my family, that he gives every family here in Roselle. But, you know what I'm saying, the difference, though, is that you have to hold him accountable is the reason why. You know what I'm saying? He does that. And so as long as you hold him accountable, he's going to make sure that the work is done.
We also want to say congratulations to George Phipps.
Yeah, George, who I think was a good choice for the position. George is really good. Yeah, congratulations, George. I'm big on, you know what I'm saying, Department of Public Works. So
congratulations to you. He is now, was he superintendent?
Yeah.
Was he superintendent and now he's just officially superintendent?
Well, I think he was. Yeah, he's officially now.
Okay.
So which was a good move. I think you got some young cats in position now. Yeah. Bro, I'm telling you, man. Listen. The tools is there. Yeah. The tools is there. Let's see what you do with it, Jamil.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we said our piece for the beginning of this, the first show of 2012. Again, thank you. If you have things going on, events, you can send them into events@theRoselleCitizen.com. Email us at info@theRoselleCitizen.com. I know Tuesday there's a financial class talking about taxes at the a nice woman named Mary Baker is giving it. It's at the Firehouse at 7 p.m. So I know she would love for you to, anybody who wants to come talk about business. We're going to talk about taxes.
They do their taxes on that 24-hour fast thing, you know.
So, but anyway, so if you got anything, let us know. And again, we'll see you later. And again, Happy New Year.
Yep, Happy New Year.